Vegeta is the most overrated father in anime. I will show you why right now. I'll be using a system of good points on the x-axis and development points on the y-axis. Good points are for helping your child and development points are for helping your child's development. If you want more detail, go watch my video about Goku being a good or bad father. Now let's begin. Vegeta starts out losing a point in each category because of him abandoning his own kid to train. He misses an entire year of development. Actually 3 years. People would argue he is doing it to prepare for the androids, however he is not doing it for that reason, and he also does this in the future timeline as well. Vegeta comes back to take on the androids only for himself. He even lets one fire attack blast nearly take out his family, including his newborn son. He loses another point for both categories, obviously. Future Trunks has to be the father to his past self and save him, when Vegeta could have easily done it. Vegeta eventually is defeated by Android 18, and he decides to go into the time chamber with his future son, except that he doesn't train with his son at all, and forces them to train separately. He loses a point in each category for making Trunks way weaker than he could have been, and ignoring an opportunity to help his son develop. They leave the time chamber, and Vegeta puts the smackdown onto semi-perfect Cell. Vegeta then loses a good point for allowing Cell to transform, putting Trunks in danger. Cell absorbs 18 and becomes perfect. Vegeta and Trunks get just destroyed by Cell, and the Cell Games is announced. Vegeta finally gets his first good point for bringing Trunks into the time chamber and realizing that they needed to get stronger. Sadly, he doesn't get a development point as he still didn't train with him, at least from what we know. Vegeta arrives to the Cell Games and does not lose nothing until Trunks dies. Vegeta finally shows a little bit of fatherhood by attacking Cell enraged. He gets a good point even if it failed in the end. So that's it for the Cell Saga. Vegeta has -2 good points and -3 development points. Vegeta doesn't do much for Trunks until he decides to help his son train in the gravity room. Vegeta actually gets a point in each category for helping Trunks get stronger and develop his personality, and even unlocking the Super Saiyan power. Vegeta then enters the tournament, the 25th, Tenkaichi, with Trunks. He watches the junior division and sees Trunks' victory. After that, Vegeta's fatherhood doesn't come up until he becomes a Majin. I will deduct a good point for endangering Trunks by risking Boo's revival just to fight Goku. He makes up for this later by hugging his son and sacrificing himself to save him and the Earth, one of the most heartfelt moments in Dragon Ball. He gets a point in each category for this. Vegeta is not in the arc till the end of the Buu saga. He arrives and decides to fuse with Goku to save the world, including his son. I'll give him a good point but not a development point as he isn't developing his son by doing this. After defusing inside of Buu, Vegeta and Goku save their kids and Piccolo. Vegeta actually loses a good point for risking cutting out Fat Buu because it was the cause for Kid Buu to awaken. Goku and Vegeta escape Kid Buu by teleporting, and Vegeta gets a good point for chewing out Goku for not saving both their sons. This would have saved the universe and protected their kids, as I covered in another video in the Goku one. Vegeta fights valiantly in the final battle so his son and the universe could survive. Vegeta gets one last good point for taking a beating from Kid Buu to ensure the universe's and his son's safety. Vegeta's final tally in the Buu saga is 1 good point and -1 development points. Starts off Super getting a development point for spending time with his son, getting ice cream and going to the amusement park. After this, we see Vegeta at Bulma's birthday. When he recognizes Beerus, he realizes the danger. He gets a good point for embarrassing himself so he can serve Beerus and protect his family. Things fail after Beerus steals the pudding, but Vegeta doesn't fight. That's until Beerus slaps his wife. For the My Bulma scene, Vegeta will get a point in both categories. He's defending his family and showing a good example to his son to always defend the ones you care for. Vegeta, after being defeated, doesn't do anything to affect his fatherhood for the rest of the arc. Correction F, Vegeta only trains on Beerus World because of wanting to surpass Goku, not for his family. Vegeta returns to Earth and saves his son, getting a good point, but Vegeta loses it when he gets prideful and gets the Earth destroyed due to that. For the Universe 6 tournament, nothing changes as no one is in danger, meaning Vegeta is just fighting for himself. The Future Trunks arc starts with Future Trunks returning to the past. Goku fights him and then fights Goku Black. Vegeta then helps Future Trunks develop by fighting him and teaching him not to be so reliant on others. Though this doesn't happen in the manga, Vegeta was playing a racing game with Presence Trunks. Vegeta gets a development point for both the anime and the manga. Vegeta helps Future Trunks by trying to defeat Black. Though he fails twice too, Vegeta should get a good point for trying to help his son. When they go to spin the block for a third time, Black and Zamasu are forced to fuse. This is when Vegeta gets a point in both categories for the father-son Gallic Gun, saving Trunks and helping him learn to never give up. The Future Trunks is just ruined after this point, and the future gets destroyed. It was just so bad, the writing. And not Vegeta's fault, which is the end of the Future Trunks arc. The Tournament of Power arc starts, and Vegeta really shows his development. Vegeta is protective of both Bulma and Bulla. He doesn't even fight in the exhibition match due to Bulla's birth. Vegeta gets a point in both categories for this. Vegeta then has to deal with Goku's interesting picks of team members, including Frieza, the mass genocider. Though Vegeta is still willing to fight, so I will give him a good point. Since Vegeta doesn't interact with Trunks during the rest of the arc, I will give him one more good point for helping the success that saved his son and the multiverse. The Broly movie has nothing to do with Vegeta's fatherhood. The manga arcs will not be covered due to anime onlys. Finally, the superhero movie has Vegeta and Goku not on Earth. Final tally for Vegeta is 8 good points and 4 development points. Overall, Vegeta started as a terrible father who let his son die, to becoming a better and better, being willing to sacrifice his life to save his family. However, Vegeta is overrated because he is thought to be a better father than Goku, but has a much lower score than Goku. If you want to find out why Goku is a better father than Vegeta and has a higher score, go watch Is Goku a Good or Bad Father? Thanks for watching, and please subscribe for more Dragon Ball content.